Hi, my name is Brian Metzger, and what I want to do is I want to give you 5 mistakes to avoid when you start your own online retail business, okay? So, my name is Brian, and I have been doing online internet marketing now for over 5 years. It is a fantastic career. I love it. I can work at home. I work anywhere around the world if I need to. So it gives me the flexibility, it gives me the freedom, but yet I can still be a businessman. I can still, be an owner, and the joy of being your own boss is fantastic. Okay, so I promised you the five tips, 5 mistakes not to do in your own business. So mistake number 1 is missing the opportunity to establish your own brand. Okay, if you have a website and you don't establish a brand, and you don't have a relationship with the customers, they're probably not even going to remember where they bought that chair or the bedding or the lotion or whatever you want to sell online. Okay, and here's an example of what could happen when they get their credit card statement and they see a charge from slickwilliedeals.com. They're going to think somebody stole their credit card, and they're going to call the bank, and they're going to get a charge back, okay? And why? Because you didn't establish a good enough brand with them, and so they didn't recognize the charge on their statement. That is an extreme example, but it does happen. Obviously, when people open up their credit card statement and they see a charge from Amazon, they are going to trust that, yeah, somebody in the family or even themselves bought on Amazon because they do so. So that's mistake number 1. My partner, friend, when I joined, realized that he didn't have any type of brand, and so people didn't come back. Based on the traffic that we analyzed, 9 out of 10 visitors were new visitors. So really establishing a way to bring back repeat customers, really a key factor to that is establishing a brand. Okay. Number 2, which I sort of led into, is establish a relationship with your prospects and customers. So you want to give them a reason to come back. Now, mind you, I would say that the average conversion rate online is between 1 and 2%. If anyone's telling you more, they may have a smaller net, or maybe they're doing exquisite qualifying to get to that point. But when you operate an online store and you're writing great content, you're going to get people coming to your site, and you don't even know how they got to your site. Some keyword phrase that you didn't realize that somebody would type in. But anyways, the point is that if you are satisfied with the 2% conversion rate, you're missing out on developing a relationship with the other 98% that didn't buy. And the fortune's in the follow-up. That is a cliche, I know, but it's very true. If you can provide value, use the principles of attraction marketing, and I tell you, urgently, look that up. Go to exployalty.com and learn all about attraction marketing, because you will find these people will build a relationship and trust, and they will want to do business with you, okay? Number 3, don't make the mistake and hire poor talent, okay? You want to hire the best and the brightest. And if you can't afford the best and the brightest, then I highly recommend that you network around and you sort of outsource project by project. So you sort of break down the workflow to small things that you can afford to be done. You can also trade. Silicon Valley was totally based on that, where people basically in exchange for the talent gave a portion of the company through stock options. So, in a lot of the business partnerships that I have with people that do the programming for me, I give a stake in the business, because without their talent, there's no way that I would be successful. And I know that when we join together and we have complementary talents, my exquisite marketing and positioning skills and business skills, combined with their software knowledge and setting up the servers and programming cool stuff on the website, that it's a win-win. And thankfully, that's working out for me. But my partner was, it's Jurassic Park. There might be a bear up in the woods there. So, my partner was a reluctant manager. Obviously, any business entrepreneur, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And so But if you don't want to spend a lot of money, maybe you decide, I'm going to go cheap. I'm going to hire somebody for maybe $8 an hour. Well, I can tell you, with an employee that's $8 an hour, they're probably not educated well, so you're going to have a lot of misspellings on your website. They're probably not going to have good customer service with the customers that might call in, and you might have some employee conflicts down the road. So I strongly discourage hiring from the bottom of the barrel. Okay, you want to hire A people, because A people attract A people. B's end up settling for C's, and you don't want C's. Okay, you want the best of the best. Okay, number 4, the mistake that a lot of small business owners do is that they sort of lose control of their finances, and it can happen 2 ways. Number 1, they don't have any operational finance background. They don't understand money. They've never been trained how to manage money, whether it's their personal finances, let alone a business. And so they don't know their cash flow. They don't set up a business model. So they get themselves in trouble. They lose money on deals that they shouldn't have because they didn't know their costs going into their pricing. Or their marketing budget, which might be disassociated with your merchandising, they blow their budget. And then so having a model is very important. The second part to that is, let's say you hire a bookkeeper. One, they're just going to make sure that checks are being sent out and bills are getting paid, but they're not helping you with the cash flow. And more on the dark side, they could embezzle from you. So you don't want that to happen. And I speak from experience. My friend, he had to deal with both embezzlement as well as finding that his business was way in debt because he wasn't monitoring the finances. He sort of entrusted it with staff because of number 3, he hired poorly. He hired cheap people that didn't care about the business, didn't care about him, and so he got himself in trouble. It's a bad thing. So 3 and 4 is closely related. Hire smart financial people, or learn yourself. And then number 5 is you gotta do what you love, but don't try to do too much. You want to be focused. But the first thing is, if you don't have a passion, or if you don't have a track record of being an entrepreneur, or even small things where people can say that you're creative and that you can sort of, when the flock's going this way, you're sort of going that way, to be your own person, then I strongly discourage you from starting your own business. Maybe start with multi-level marketing, where you can really find mentors and people and build a business that way, instead of just sort of going from scratch and starting your own online retail business. So if you if you want to try MLM, I know great ways that you can build an MLM business online as well. So go to exployalty.com and you can learn all about that. The thing that I say about focus is you need to find a niche that you're passionate about, and you need to establish an expertise in that area. If you try to be a jack of all trades but a master of none, you're going to find it very difficult to compete because frankly the internet's been around now for well, let's just say 15 years, so it's a mature industry to a point. You have a lot of established online retailers, so there's opportunities to be a niche, but I would say that you can't catch Amazon, you can't catch the big boys. So you want to really be focused, be a niche player. Now you can have multiple niches, and that's the secret. If you want to know about that, contact me and I'll tell you all about that. But the key thing is focus in an area, get really good, be successful in that area, and then you can always find new niches. But don't try to do it all at once, because it's just not going to work. So there you go. There are the 5 mistakes to avoid, and then if you read them differently, 5 tips that can make you very successful in starting an online retail business. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me on Twitter, LinkedIn, on Facebook. I'm here for you. So I want to share my knowledge with you. So this is Brian Metzger with highroadretail.com signing off. Best of luck. Can't wait to see you at the trade shows, at the major conferences, hang out, swap secrets. It's a fantastic life, and I look forward to seeing you out there. Have a great day.